Sometimes I get
Okay, record. Okay, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Okay. I guess we'll start with Spy and then we'll get into my watch list. So I said it. I said it on Thursday. We're going to see an all-time high on Friday. We did. Still people trying to short. Guarantee we see 500 top of this trend here, which is what you're looking at. This nice channel that we've been in. I definitely think we're going to see the top here at 507. Let me turn some stuff off so that it's not as loud. There we go. I definitely think we're going to see 508 though here soon this week. There's nothing bearish about this chart. Came down, didn't even need to fully test the 20 and the 0 fib here. Got a beautiful buy off of it the next day. This Wednesday, J Powell stuff was, I said it the day of when everybody was panicking. I said, this is just an excuse, bring us down, get some more liquidity from this area, and rock it back up. And we closed last week at an all-time high. If you switch to the weekly candle, it's even more. Why would you think that there's a short opportunity, right? This is a beautiful candle for continuation. So, 508, 510. I mean, my extension is up here at 540. That would be awesome. I don't think that's happening this week at all. But 508, 510, assuming conditions remain the same, earnings come in as expected. Yeah, I don't see any reason for us to stop right now. Again, a nice retrace. We kind of got it in a day, right? Like, let me switch now back to the daily. That move on Powell Day brought us from 489 to 482. That's a nice move back down. Would have loved the even 480 touch, but it is what it is. Right back up. So to me, it's pretty simple. Nothing's changed. I said that on Wednesday into Thursday. I had nothing but faith, and I continue that. So when I feel like it's time to short, I'll obviously let everyone know. So, any questions about Spy? Someone has a question or no? No. Someone was talking, just so someone knows. Someone unmuted, and we could hear you talking. Unbelievable. Jed, do you have any comments, questions, disagreements?
Nope. No disagreements.
You're not ready to go full short? No.
No, I think maybe at this point the risk reward long isn't as enticing, and so like in my personal is like less longs, more cash, but not short.
Yeah. No, I can see that. If we get over 508, 510, so which the only reason I don't have this manually drawn is I now it does it for me. But if we get over this trend channel here, I definitely think we're gonna fucking hammer our way up to 540, which would be nuts. But I don't know. Nvidia could send us there in a couple weeks. Well, okay. Well, that's Spy. So that's my overall market sentiment right now. Let's get into my watch list here. Okay. 2 seconds here. No, okay, my screen was perfect. Okay. Coin, everybody knows I'm in it. Beautiful from a structure standpoint right now. Looking very, very nice. Came down to our 114 here on this sequence from this swing high to this swing low. We're still above. Like I said, it would have really hurt me, but I would have held till 119, which is a hold of this structure that it's been in for a while. And where it got a massive amount of liquidity last time. So nice day on Friday, nice hold the day before. Really, really, really though, tomorrow I'm looking for a move above 130. Need it, live for it, want it. If we get above 130, we will see 134, and above that, there's nothing holding us back from 144. About to get a bullish MACD cross. Love that too. All the fibs are holding. Again, right now we're below the 20. It's the only thing concerning me. Still way above the 200 though. So questions, comments, concerns also right here, which is what outside of crypto looking like it wants to explode again. Look like we have a nice little harmonic that'll bring us up to about 160. So, and would bring us to the middle of this trend channel at that point too. So questions about coin, comments, concerns. Jed, you disagree? I'm going to ask you every time now. You agree, disagree? No.
I hope I agree because I'm in this play.
I know you are. That's why I asked you. Well, is there
Yeah,
anything?
bro. So what cons are you gonna get? Want to write this down?
What contract am I in? I'm in the March 180s.
Okay.
I wish I was in the April. Okay. The ones
Is
that
that where all the volume's at?
no, that's just more time. Honestly, there's a ton of volume in the Marches. If you go to it was funny because Jed brought it up too on Friday. The flow into coin on Friday was nuts. Um and I'm trying to pull up. Give me 2 seconds. Uh, give me 2 seconds. So, and I realize you guys can't see this, but I'm trying to log into Trader Link. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, dashboard. There we go. So the flow, like the on Friday, first of all, um, there was no considerable put buying. Now, of course, there was people buying puts, but I meant specifically for over a certain threshold. So I'm not looking at anything less than $1 million. So, but there was a ton of volume into the March. Actually, the literal contracts I'm in, which is the March 180s, and it wasn't me. I promise. I did buy some more, but not that much. So there is a ton of volume in the Marches, but there's a good volume in the Aprils too. No, the reason I want the Aprils is because there's way more time. That's like now that we're in February, you won't see me talk about or call out another March play outside of the old. That's why even though I was saying I like coin here on Friday for anybody that's not in, that's why I gave the April so that you're more protected because earnings I think are February 14th, so in 2 weeks. I'm hoping to be out by then and I would scale back into Marches. I don't like that, I think it's 42 days left on the contracts. I'd like more than that. So but that's the play. Did you get the Marches, Jed, or did you get it in the April?
Yeah, I have March 160s.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I'm not planning on holding through the end of the week even, so
I hope I'm not either. So okay. AMD. Well, I guess I should ask, was there any more questions about coin before I move on? No. I know like a good amount of people, a good amount of us got in. AMD, the only other thing I'm in right now, like heavy. I'm still in target, but god damn it. But I'm out the majority of that. That was a great play though. AMD is really simple. On Friday, got back over my 174.59. I said if we got over that, we would see 178. We ended up seeing, just call it 179. Now we need to get over 180.65 and we'll see 184. So keep it simple. If we can get over this trend here has been we need over it, right? I don't need to get into that much more detail. We need to get over here and break out. If so, we can go see 193. That still remains my target on AMD for the midterm. Like next month and a half is 193, assuming conditions continue, right? So we'll see. But keep that simple. And I'm in, what am I in for those? I don't remember. I'm in April's on AMD, thank God. But again, not nearly as many dollars as I am in coin, but it's easily my second heaviest right now. Is AMD 180 and AMD 200 April 19th. So any questions on AMD? No questions. Okay, we're flying. Okay, Tesla. Now, honestly, I could play this either way, but I'm really looking for 178 again. So just clear my little drawings here. Now, if you're a bull, you're liking these wicks, right? And you're telling yourself that this is a W right here that's going to go up and at least try to fill the gap to 206 before, if it wants to continue to go down. Which, by the way, I can be swayed into. You're about to get a bullish MACD cross. You got all this. You're testing this for the second time. You got a huge buy on Friday with 3 days in a row of nice wicks down and being bought back up. So, by the way, I could easily be talked into lawning this right now. I just want 178 because it's the 618 of a very large fib sequence. So it would be just a perfect touch. And I'd buy more share, or I'm sorry, 172. I would buy more shares there. So Don't know if we'll get it. Like I said, I think I said when I sent my watch list, this is one I could long or short and feel good about. For actual for an actual entry though to go long, I would need over 193, which on Tesla at $6 is nothing, right? So, but look, we've kind of struggled there, struggled there, struggled there. Need over that to want to go long, and then I do think it would fill the gap. If it got up here again and rejected, I would go short with a target of 177. Questions? So again, and I see Aaliyah's here. She loves to play Tesla and then complain about Tesla. So well, you gotta wait. Either wait for it to get over 193 to long, or you wait for it to reject 193 to short. Okay. Okay. NVIDIA. Right. It's the obvious one. It's fucking monster. I can delete this. We broke out of this a while ago, huh? Oh, burped up some protein ice cream. Jesus. Oops. It's all that dairy. Look at this. We're past all my extensions, everything. Gotta refib it. Can't even though right now. I mean, like at this point, from a fib standpoint, could go from here to here when you drew back a little bit to get some extensions. So from here to here, because you did draw back just to here. So again, 700 plus would be where NVIDIA is going. Oh, that did work perfect, by the way. Look where it rejected on Friday. Man, fibs are the coolest. Look at where this rejected on Friday. That's fucking you can't tell me fibs aren't the absolute best. So this is the sequence then I would say that algos are trading right now. This swing low to this swing high. Perfect rejection on this Fibonacci extension here, 236. We get over 725. We reject here. Going to come down and get some liquidity at 630, in my opinion. So keep it simple. Get over 665, which is $4, which is nothing. I'm looking to go long. Questions, comments, concerns?
Quick question, bro. So
Yeah.
is that negative 0.618? Is that the same as a 1.618?
Yeah. So if you want to see, here's how all my stuff typed in.
So that 618 is the same as a 1.618, right?
No, you got to type in negative 0.618.
I'm taking a screenshot of that.
Yeah, go ahead. No, it's not the same.
So that's the only way to trade these. There's no levels up here, so you have to have these like expansions.
Yeah. 100%. At least if you're a fib-based trader like I am, yes. Yeah. So yes, sir. There we go, Leo. Way to go. I know that was about Tesla. So but yeah, yes. And you can see how well it works, right? I didn't plan that. I just found my next sequence, swing high, swing low, we retrace, and you can literally see. I mean, pretty much to the penny, it rejected this extension here. So in here, I'll show that again just in case anybody wants to. These are the fibs I trade with. And if you want to know the tool, I draw myself, fib retracement. There are auto fib things, but I don't think they work well. So an auto fib thing would have a fib from here to here. Or here to here, which is fucking stupid. So okay. So yeah, perfect rejection off this 665 extension here. If we can get over it, I'm looking to long with a target of 725, which would be great because I went out on a limb the other day on Twitter like a big asshole and said I think the video will see 1,000 in like 3 months. So it'd be great if we get to 700 soon. Okay. Moving on, let's go to Starbucks. This is another one I could be talking to longing or shorting. This fucking candle right here, dude, tells me this is gonna play out. This is a fucking Chuck, dude, come on, bro, mute. We love the family, love that you're a family man, but come on, dog, come on. I'm just giving you shit though. It's nice to see you. This candle here though, rejection off the 200-day guys, and then fucking just shit us down. I remember Jed told me about this, but I was too in my feelings this day about coin. I was down like 8K. I think at one point I was down like 10K. I was ready. I was down in the dumps. But this rejection off this 200, I definitely would have gotten back in this play again, and I wish I would have seen it, but my emotions were running high. This was a fucking monster short, and now we can't, assuming it can't get above the 20. I definitely think this harmonic will play out and it'll see $80, which then, like I said it in the group today. I'm gonna start buying Starbucks shares soon. This is getting to the point where you're gonna start to see people on social media say, "Oh, Starbucks is a short, Starbucks is a short." When you see too many people like that, when there's too many people in a retail trade, you know it's overcrowded. The only things that seemingly buck that trend are the chips. You know, Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, absolute fucking morons are just putting their life savings into that and making dumb money. So you just keep playing that until otherwise. But other stocks still function normally. So again, if we can't get over 93, I'm definitely going to look to short again. 90 is what really needs to be lost so we can go see 81. But if we hold here, which we are, you can see here, there is a nice little level of buying, right? If you go like this, there is a nice little, every time we come down here, there is big buying, which again makes sense. This is the 3A2 of this fib sequence, which this is the bear market of what, 21 to 22, right? So from here to here sequence, we still have yet to break above the 786 of that. So this sequence is still valid. And the 3A2 here has been very strong. $90 has been incredibly strong on Starbucks. So if we do hover around here and start to, again, continue to wick off the way that we are, I wouldn't be opposed to getting long either. Maybe earnings is providing us an early opportunity to get in cheaper. That's why I said I am going to nibble on some shares this week to start to get in. So yeah, that's Starbucks. Let's go to Google. Well, I apologize. Are there any questions? And I am monitoring the chat finally. And I should just say, I'm monitoring the Zoom chat, but somebody else monitor the other chat for me and tell me if there's any tickers that come in, like TC requested Empath and Spot. So Jed, don't let me forget those, right? Write those down. And
yeah, I just requested EW as well.
Yeah, okay. Nvidia, yeah, we talked about that already, Chuck. You'll have to go back and watch the recording. Maybe if you wore a condom, you could have gotten on earlier. Google. Let's move to Google. Okay. Google. Man, I've been wanting, and I fucking said it, and then again, was in my feelings, missed it last week. I was saying I want to short Google up here, and then this monster gap down, I of course missed. And then I wasn't focused enough. I missed the beautiful wick off the 786. So I'm in shambles right now, but it is on the watch list because it looks really nice from a structure standpoint. Again, beautiful candle here on Friday. If we can get over 144.27, I'm going to look to long with my first PT just being the 20 moving average. Really simple, keep it simple, 146. And then if we get into the guts of this gap, I guarantee we fill it and we move up to 152. So and then the same things vice versa. If we reject the 886, we can look to get short again down to the 200. But I think that this monster buy up after earnings, this was quite the day on Friday. If we get over the 886, I think we'll continue up. So definitely a main watch. And I should preface everything. I need to get out of my AMD and coin plays before I'm opening any new plays. I know Jed and Chuck and Andre know this because we were talking about a Friday live trading, but I have a significant amount of my account in coin right now. So I have to work my way through that trade before opening up any new positions. But that's going to happen. That is going to happen this week. Okay, Meta, obviously a beast. I mean, look at this fucking gap up. I said it last week. I wish C-Dan was here because she and I were talking about it after she watched class. I said, if it comes down and tests 385 one more time and holds, I think you're going to see 443. Not even I expected 470. Or where did we actually see? Not even I expected 490 for all intents and purposes. 486, $4 off of $400 plus stock. That's basically 490. Not even I thought that. But I do feel pretty good that we got all the way up to 443. Missed it last week is what it is. But a fucking monster move. No real reason. I said this. I remember when the video was doing its thing, and people were trying to short it when it was first hitting all-time highs, like $100 ago. You don't short a stock in price discovery mode. Not and sorry, Chuck texted me and said didn't know I was unmuted, bro. I'm just giving you shit. It's not a big deal. You can unmute anytime. Anybody can. But you don't short a stock in price discovery mode ever. I would bet that it sees 540 before it sees 385. Not saying it will. I'm just saying you don't short a stock in price discovery mode. So I'm watching this. I'd love a pullback to the 443 area, and if it held, I'd look to go long. This isn't something I'm going to be playing while it's stuck between this and this. I need it to go up here or here to short back down, or just dump obviously and fill the gap. But it's definitely something I'm watching because the earnings were monstrous. So if it wants to retrace a little to get in, I have no doubt that this will continue to move, assuming the market does as well. That this is, in my opinion, going to be one of the leaders. Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry, I keep doing that. Any questions about Meta before we move on? Okay. This is for some smaller accounts. They have earnings this week. Looks really nice from a technical standpoint as well. So I'll just draw this for folks to see. Nice little trend here. It's holding. Like this, right? It's getting really tight, really tight. Got earnings this week. Yeah, if you want, if people, I'm coming up at the end of my watch list. So if you want to start dropping tickers in, guys, you can. Really nice structure here. You got this W that just played out. If it gets over the 200-day, I definitely think it'll see 13. And if it gets over that, we do have a sneaky little gap here at about $15 to fill. So that would be a monster move on forward, but did just get the bullish MACD cross on Friday. See if bulls can really step in here before earnings, which are on Thursday, I believe, right? Yep, or Tuesday. Okay, which are on Tuesday. So maybe we'll wait for the earnings reaction and play from there. But this is a nice one, cheap. Would be good for small accounts. McDonald's, they have earnings tomorrow morning. It's really simple for me. I'll give my opinion on McDonald's after their earnings. This is a great, hey, Monday morning earnings play. Let's see how the market reacts. I'd be shocked if they post anything bad. I mean, McDonald's should benefit greatly from the Vision Pro and a bunch of fatties like Chuck, fucking getting fatter, right? What are they going to do when they're in their little virtual reality? They don't have time to cook anymore. They don't live in reality anymore. So they have to go get fast food. So I predict McDonald's to crush it, and we will play it. But if it can get over this 300 level, I think it's gonna run. So, but when was the last time you saw McDonald's have a bad earnings? Until America's obesity level gets down, don't bet against McDonald's. And then another cheap play, Pinterest. They have earnings this week as well. Fucking just from a chart standpoint, this really is a beauty. So beautiful holds here in terms of the trend and structure. Absolutely came down. I'm trying to zoom in here. What has happened to their prices? How would they go down? What are you talking about? Because McDonald's is near an all-time high. Are you talking about Pinterest? We can get into that. I love talking about Pinterest. Jed's probably heard me talk about Pinterest for like 2 years. I've been talking about Pinterest because I think it's like the best example ever of a gap fill. But anyways, got above the 20, has tested it multiple times, and fucking hammer candle on Friday. Like you couldn't ask for a better example of a hammer candle. Just a beautiful, came down, got liquidity down here, absolutely face fucked bears and ripped back up, and managed to hold the 20 again. Just absolutely beautiful. And it looks like this fucking thing wants to finally go fill this gap up to 57, which would be just a monster move. They absolutely crushed earnings last time, like crushed. They went from 25 to 30, which on a stock, this price is a $5 move is a monster move. Look at the volume, right? Look at the volume. Huge. Don't see why they would post a quarter like they did last quarter and not have a seemingly same quarter. Nothing's changed fundamentally in the last quarter for a business like Pinterest that would tell me they're not going to have good earnings. These will be so cheap, I won't actually mind swinging some contracts into earnings. It's when Thursday. If I was to take any sort of like risky earnings play this week, it's going to be Pinterest. The chart is beautiful. So stay tuned for that, and should be pretty darn affordable too. Okay, that's my watch list. Any questions about the stocks that I just went over? before I get into all the stocks you all want to go into. Jed, any comments, questions, concerns? You're my
I
resident
think
moderator.
Pinterest is a good sympathy play off Amazon because they're starting
Yep.
to do more e-commerce integration into the platform. So
Yep.
that's a good one to put on the watch list.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I realized what I didn't have here. I apologize. Well, give me 2 seconds here, guys. 1 minute. So what?
Thanks, Utopia on that.
Her predecessor, Leodore Lionheart, denies any relevance for plot.
So from a fit standpoint too, look where we're at, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I guess.
Maybe we gap up to the 382 here on off earnings. So I like this a lot. We chopped at the 236 for a long time. There's been rocketing since. We get past 41. I'm telling you guys, this gap, man, this gap at 57. When I saw this chart, it looked gnarly. Yeah. So yeah, I like Pinterest a lot. Super cheap too. But I will say, and I won't. He was talking about McDonald's price for food, not Pinterest. So I won't go on my little soapbox tangent that I like to go out onto about gap fills and how, gap will always fill. Okay. I'll turn it over to the crowd here. What do you all want me to look at? What's Bitcoin doing right now? Nice, recovered nice. Look at this wick down into demand here. Got right back into trend. Let's go. Bitcoin. Okay. Let me look here. Let me do what's his nuts TC. So he wants me to look at Empath. I'll tell you what, Spotify chart looks fantastic. That's his other request. I was looking at that earlier. Spotify looks really nice. Okay, Empath. Let's see here. Let's get our fibs drawn first. Sequence here. Look at nice 618 hold there. Nice. Okay. Yeah, nice. I see. This looks nice. Yep, held 98. So like that. Would like to see another day. Would like to see another day to see how it trades. But if it can get over 109, I think it can definitely move up. Looks good. They have earnings this week, huh? Tuesday the 6th. So I would wait. Looking at the structure of this chart, I would wait. But if I had to guess how this goes, I would say this has a nice measured move up to about there. Something like that over the next 6 months. So I would bet up or down. Could probably get away with that too. So yeah, I don't hate that. Okay, Spotify. I know I like. I was looking at Spotify earlier. It looks super nice. Let me read Phillips.
We have reports of a street race out of Santa Ana.
Hey Don G, do you mind muting, brother? Whatever you're listening to, we are listening to it as well. Thank you. You see how I treat others, Chuck, that aren't sucked into virtual reality? I treat them with respect. Not you though. Okay. Anyway, Spotify lagged here. Look at this. This is just from a technical standpoint. Nice chart to look at from a teaching perspective. So you flagged up here. By flag, I mean you flagged here. The magnet mode is getting me. Flagged here, caught a 50% fib, and what did you do? I always say it's like a trampoline, right? Boom, bounced right to the 618. Came down, tested that multiple times last week. 240 would be my target on Spotify. And I am actually personally watching this as well. I think it looked really nice. Another one with earnings on Tuesday. So for me, waiting, let it gap up. If it gets past 240, where are we going? 255. So I like Spotify a lot. They've had a lot of nice news lately too. So from a fundamental standpoint, I think it's in line with the chart. So, and then what was the other one that he wanted?
EW.
EW. What a
No, what that says.
I don't either. Edwards Life Science Corporation. Holy fuck. I wish I knew about it 2 days ago. Where was he? Where were you 2 days ago, bro? When you listened to this, just know we all hate you that you didn't tell us about this fucking monster move. What did they have some sort of news or did their earnings come out? Estimated 1.5 billion. Good for them. Bro, the volume too. Holy fuck. Something had to have happened on Friday. Like
the news.
Let's see here.
Yep.
They had some sort of news.
Some sort of a some sort of approval. It's biotech.
That's all it takes for these.
Good
I was gonna say that's
regurgitation.
all it takes for these.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I would have I have a feeling then they'll probably have nice earnings, which they're projected to have nice earnings. So, well, this stock has been on a fucking rip, by the way.
All of biotech is. If you look at
Oh,
the
yeah.
last two, it's
Yeah.
up 1,000,000%.
I would bet this fills the gap to 91. If I had to guess. I mean, this is beautiful. So, wish you would have told us about it earlier, TC. I ain't playing it after that. I don't know enough about it, but okay, let's see here. Roku. Yeah, we looked at that on Friday. It does look pretty nice. Andre got this nice pattern here. Gonna do those. You got this nice pattern here, all around this all around this 114, 92.12. Beautiful hammer on Friday. You've been consolidating and holding the 20 pretty consistently here. You break over 92. I would bet you come and you test this wick at 109. So I don't mind Roku at all. It looks great. So yeah, it looks really nice. So move off here too. And again, there's not much. This is one of those that can get really explosive. That's why it's been held down every time it's kind of come up into this area. Because if it gets past here, there's just not a lot of liquidity holding it back from like the 150s. So definitely worth watching in my personal opinion. Snow, I've been saying it, guys, 223. We almost got it on Friday. For the last 2 weeks, I've been telling you guys this thing's gonna see 223. And I consider myself right already. 218, it's close enough. I was right. We saw it. But it'll happen. 223. Miniest little gap there. You see that? Look how that 3.8 fits perfectly in there. Fill that gap, then we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. They got earnings end of this month. So we'll see, but nothing to believe that this won't continue. They're from a fundamental standpoint, they're looking really good too. So but yeah, absolute monster move off of 209. Kind of came down here, got some more liquidity, went as low as 204, which was this little gap here, this gap down, which has now turned into a buying zone, which is always very bullish, and the inverse is very bearish. But yeah, this is very bullish. Huge bullish day on Friday. Monster volume, monster candle. For all intents and purposes, I'm gonna say we hit the target 223, moves past that, gets over this 225, 230 area, and I think you see 250s, 260s. So hopefully that helps, Andre. Okay, Apple. And if I wasn't already in two fucking crazy movers, God, look how well this played out. Snow or AMD and fucking coin, I would play Snow, but I can't be in 3 stocks like that. My sanity will. I need something like Starbucks or Pinterest that I'm like, okay, wow, I got 30 contracts for, and it only cost me $1,000. Nice. Okay, I'm feeling good. I need something like that in my life right now. Monster day on Apple. I won't just shout out myself, but Chuck too. We both said, I bet you money Apple finishes green on Friday. It almost did, but technically it closed lower than it closed the day before. So technically a red day, but from 179 to 185, which look how well that fib closed right below that fib, worked perfectly. Is a monster move. So shout out to Apple. I'm gonna remove this, but this did play out perfectly. And it looks like a very janky, very weird structurally M just played out. See what happens from here. For me, for Apple, and we all know Resident Fatty will disagree, but to me, it's a great company. I'm an Apple fanboy myself. But they aren't an Amazon or a Nvidia or an AMD anymore. They're a good store of wealth is what I'll call them, but they aren't innovating in the way that they used to. They're not doing what Microsoft's the ultimate growth company, if you want my honest opinion now. Above any of the rest of the names that we've even mentioned. I'm always buying Microsoft shares. Like this is a monster of a company, which is a cool comeback story too, because Steve Ballmer almost ran them into the ground. But the new, what's his name, Anwar or whatever his name is, the new CEO's and he's not that new, but a couple of years, whenever Ballmer, it's been more than a couple of years now, whenever he stepped down, but the Apple's just Apple now. Like, you're going to have the Cultus, which, by the way, I'm one of. I have every Apple product besides the Vision Pro, that are going to always buy their products because we're lame and we will, but they're not. And they can change it and start innovating again, but right now, no. Still would bet that they break 200 though at some point this year. Beautiful hold of the 200, hasn't been below it since February, so a year ago. It hasn't been below the 200 in over a year, and every time it comes down to it, it gets monster liquidity bought up. I mean, look at the fucking move, right? So wouldn't short Apple, but I'm also not dropping my fucking. I'm not dropping its pants and sucking it off the way Chuck is every day. So, what else? That was the last request. Jed, you got something you want me to look at, or anybody else? Just send them in the chat, or you can come off mute and let the world hear your voice that you're a human.
I mean, you can't go a class without putting Celsius on the screen.
Oh yeah, duh, dude. Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry. And this does look fucking. Oh, I just typed it in the Discord. They're gonna be so confused. This is just a fucking. And again, I've been buying shares, but what a miss, again, because of my emotions last week and not paying enough attention to anything but coin and AMD. What a fucking miss. Another stock that has not been below its 200-day moving average since May of last year. Yeah, right. Yeah, May of last year. Just a monster move. I say it all the time, and I did do it. I did at least do this. Every time it comes 250 or below, I start buying shares again. Wish I would have gotten in calls and trusted myself again. This is which I can remove this. This pattern played out. This move played out. You got to move from 48 to 59. You'll take that all day. We played that. It was nice. But this fib set here is just monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. My biggest question, and I don't know if I believe Celsius is a company that can do it, but maybe they are. Maybe the news of, I think this gap up happened when they announced they were going international. Now they are finally international, but I think this gap happened when they announced they were going overseas. And the reason I bring that up is if you look at data, like 95% of gaps fell on charts. But if you go back and you look at Amazon, when they first announced AWS, that gap never filled and it never will fill. Microsoft has a gap like that. Apple has a gap like that. A lot of companies have, and I shouldn't say a lot of companies, certain companies have gaps that will never fill, and it's due to certain news events, and they just don't go back. They aren't going to retrace to that price level. I don't know if Celsius is that kind of company, but what they're doing is insane for a beverage company. Like, they are like a lifestyle company, honestly, at this point. They're more than just a beverage company. So maybe they won't go back and fill this. Like, honestly, to see Celsius trading at 36, it feels crazy, doesn't it, Jed? Like, at this point, like I don't know if it's gonna happen. So
and the reason that green candle happened these last 2 days, which is why I got back into longs options on it, is the like channel checks again came out and they like blew out estimates yet again.
Yeah.
So like the growth hasn't slowed down at all. And then I think it was a little bit older news, but maybe it was just official that got released, was the partnership with
I saw
with Race. What's up?
Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just the partnership with Race. I think it was a little bit old
Yeah, I saw that.
of a headline, but I think it just officially got put out.
And then they did put out some sort of data, I think it was on Thursday, about UK numbers, which were set to be like monstrous. So again, every time until this thing proves me wrong, every time this sees 50, just fucking buy it, because literally for the last better part of 8 months, just every time it comes, just gets ripped off of 50. So I would definitely target at least the gap up to 58. So remember, this candle, which we called it bullshit in the chat, was a random analyst said he downgraded Celsius but didn't move his price target, which is always a sign. If you hit a stock with a downgrade but you don't change your price target, homie's just trying to get in at a lower price, because that's not actually a downgrade. This is moving right back up. So yeah, no, I love Celsius. One of my favorite stocks to own actual shares with. So yeah, great point, Jed. And Chuck got me into NASCAR, and there's a Celsius car, and it looked fucking sick. Now the driver sucks, but the car looked sick. So they're in NASCAR too. So okay, what else? What else do you want me to look at, team? Again, you can chat it into the Zoom. Chuck stays catching strays. Yeah, somebody has to keep Chuck humble, okay? The man is sending his rap songs. He's fucking somebody's got to keep Chuck humble, and I was hired for that job. Chuck's wife hired me to do that. Okay. Okay, what else, guys? What else do you want me to look at right now?
I'll shout out Amazon, my baby.
Sure.
No one else wants.
Yeah, Amazon, just like Meta, fucking monster move. This has been here for months, and I haven't adjusted it because it looks too pretty. Like, just send it to 190. Send Amazon to 190. You got this deep C point, which always means you'll get a really heavily extended D point as well. And you can I probably should have had that there, but again, I don't see how this won't see 190. This flag, right? If we were just more patient, look at this, right? We were in this, by the way, and we got impatient, or at least I did. But if I would have just extended it, it was just a retest of the bottom and move back up, and then obviously a fucking huge measured move up to 171. But I will bet you money it sees 190 at some point. So yeah, great, looks great. Amazon's a company, they're in growth mode. So they can do the only thing they can do wrong is that Microsoft's taking away AWS business. But again, they have so much other stuff going on, it doesn't really matter. So but Microsoft Azure is slowly but surely becoming the king in that space. But I mean, they are, I don't think any of us doubt will be the world's biggest shipper, Amazon. So if they're not already, I'm sure they are. So yeah, I love Amazon. Been buying shares and will continue to for a long time. Options wise, it's one of those stocks I just don't play well. Like, I had this charted perfectly, and I think I made literally like $60, even though I had like 5K in the play. I just don't play it well. Got scared out, and look what it did. It's kind of like Apple. For me, it moves. I like the stocks that give me anxiety, the way Coin, AMD, Nvidia, etc. do. Like, this thing moves, and I'm like, oh my god. Kind of like when Jed and I were in T-Mobile, and we would have made fortune, but we couldn't stay in it for longer than 6 days, even though we had 6 months on the contracts. And then a week later, it did exactly what we thought it would do, and it gapped up to. So Amazon is just one of those stocks I don't play well, so I just buy shares. I like the company. So, but if you're patient, it moves really nice and moves slow like Chuck's brain. So okay. Any other tickers tonight? Chuck, I can't believe you haven't requested anything. Come on, you come on. Oh, that's right. No, his father's speaking right now. Powell's speaking right now. I don't even think Chuck's here.
What about Walmart?
Walmart and Target look great. Yeah, we can look at those. Absolutely.
Yeah, retail's looking really bullish.
Look at this, bro. Look at where I circled this. Like, this is when we first talked about Walmart, Jen. We would have just played Walmart. We wouldn't need to be in anything else.
I had shares that night in class when I just bought a couple shares to remember.
Yeah.
I held them to the gap fill, which is fine, whatever, $40. But then the next open,
Yeah.
bought contracts, and when it entered the gap and sold off, I basically closed at even. And then since then, it's just ripped face on me.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a painful one.
Yeah. And look at where it rejected perfectly. This fib needs over, and I bet it sees its extension at 182. But this is why, guys, like, I'm so into swinging and fibs. This is just I just overthought it. I mean, a perfect hold of this 382. I remember talking about it in class when Jed brought it up. I think it was on this second candle, so we wouldn't have caught absolute bottom, but pretty much. I mean, if we would have bought calls the next day, monster move, and then just held, right? 6 months out, and you just hold. Take your first profits to 236, second profits of 114. You're out the majority here, and you just use this as the stop loss. I mean, that's why I say swing trading is idiot proof, but we're all so fucking stupid that we don't take the easy trades, right? Like, this is a textbook trade here. Beautiful. I don't think not one of us but Jed took it, and he took it for shits and giggles and just said he closed it at break even.
Yeah, options didn't work because I just actually badly, but with the split later this month, I expect continued.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
I think it'll move up to the 180s. Oh yeah, and then Target. I mean, this is another one. This is the play I should have put my whole account in, but I didn't have faith. Again, a perfect hold, wicking around this 50% area, which remember I say is a fake fib. I tell you all the time, you'll trampoline around it. It's just been bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Finally got over the last 2 days. Monster move. I bet it sees 150s this week, and I don't have any, which also, gap fill into one. Oh, you got into the gap. I was wondering why we randomly sold off a little on Target. Makes perfect sense. There's still some sell order stuck here. So wouldn't be surprised if we chop here for a little bit and then move to the 150s. But Target was great. I remember when they had their little, I don't know, they were making devil shirts or whatever, and conservatives were going to burn all the targets down or whatever. They were freaking out like a bunch of weirdos. And I was like, oh, just let it see like 105, 100. And I bet you it rips face. And that's when I started buying shares, is around 111. And I've been buying shares all the way up. Target's not fucking. Are you kidding me? No, Target's not going anywhere. By the way, this move's happened on a downward MACD movement too. You're about to get bullish MACD momentum. I'm telling you, Target and Walmart have a lot of meat left on the bone. So I wish I had the money I had in coin in Target. So plus I have like 6 months on those contracts too. So not 42 days. So, just a mental lapse the last week and a half from me. It happens to the best of us. Okay, well, that was Walmart and Target. Anything else? Gone over a lot today. What didn't we go over? Oh, we can look at Disney. Not that fucking Wags ever watches class, that little fuck boy. But Disney, beautiful move off the flag, came up. Now you like this, in my opinion. I know he's been freaking out, but if I was him and I was still in this move, this is what I look for. So you flagged into another hopefully flag here, right? If you have like you flag here right around the 0 fib up to the 236 extension at 100. I think this is great. This is what you want out of your stocks. Measured move up, nice retracement, measured move up, nice retracement, measured move up, nice retracement. This is a healthy move up, right? Like from a true stock trading, all that kind of stuff. This is what you're looking for. The NVIDIAs, the AMDs, like doing nothing but pretty much going straight up is a blast. And even this though, right? When you look at it, move up, retrace, move up, retrace, move up, retrace, move up, retrace, move up. That's all you can ask for from a stock perspective. Maybe NVIDIA is a better example of just, right? Like 0 retracement since January. 0. Just fucking, even his red days are not really red. It's wicking down and getting bought up immediately. So this is an unhealthy move up, but fueled by, AI right now is mainly what's fueling NVIDIA. So what else was down here? So that's Disney. Oh yeah, I'll finish Disney. Disney looks great, still to 100 in my personal opinion. If it went down to 94, I'd probably long pretty heavy. And get in. As of right now, I'm not in any Disney, but it does look good. What else? Twillo just refuses to fucking see this. I said this last week too. The ugliest fucking coming into the week, ugliest pattern I've seen. You had all this forming, but it was mainly red candles dumped. Did get some buying last week, staying over 70, but 74 was a huge problem. So I'm not gonna touch it until it gets around there again. What else? Anything else? Anything else that we normally talk about? No, it doesn't look
So
good.
far,
What? Sorry, what? What's your take on
I
Nike?
just said so.
Yeah, I can look at SoFi. Somebody said Nike. So this is Chuck's baby. I liked this too. I had this played out here, but earnings slaughtered this thing, I will say. Now it almost looks like it's in a bear flag now that I see this. And it looks like it might break down. All I have to say, and Chuck can't come on mute, so he can't defend himself, is Lululemon's way better than Nike now, and earnings prove that. So whatever. But no, I do. Nike's obviously not going anywhere at 100. Let's see if it can stay above 100. It's kind of a big psych level, so I'm not touching Nike right now. I wouldn't touch Nike until it started to get back on this path. So, but that's just me. And I think there's better retail stocks out there right now, like Walmart, Target, like we discussed. And if you wanted to play close specifically, Lululemon, absolute beast comparatively, and even this has been dipping. Look, but this is about to get a nice MACD cross here. This looks healthier than Nike. I'm not even just saying that because I like Lululemon better. This looks healthier than Nike right now.
It
So
looks like a blowout of earnings and then basically a full retrace and now
Yeah.
bucking again. So
exactly, came down, filled all this here, which just delete all this so everybody can see. Yeah, so if anyone was wondering, this was earnings. They absolutely crush it like they always do because I mean, if you have a girl who wears Lululemon pants, you know why they crush it. And it looks like it's coming back up. So yeah, if I was looking to play close, it would be something like Lululemon. SoFi, I mean, it's the same story that I've been saying for fucking ever. This fucking supply zone, dude. Look at this. Every single time we get here, we just can't beat it. We just fucking can't get over it. So not playing any options until we're over it. I wanted now from a shares perspective 675. I don't even know if I can get that. So I mean, they had earnings was huge, and then it gapped us up to the supply zone though, and came right back down. I mean, you can't make it up. Perfect wick into it, day of, couldn't sustain it, and the next day just fucking sold. The amount of sell orders that are here are crazy. We have not been above this level since 2022. And even when we did, it was very brief. Again, you guys know I don't count a day or two over. That doesn't count. This was a false breakout, back down. False breakout, back down. So for me, I wanted 675 for some shares. I'm not playing any options on it right now. There's better cheap plays like Pinterest. So. But it did have a really nice candle on Friday. And I'm still very bullish about the company from a shares perspective moving forward. Nothing about their latest earnings report changed my opinion. So what else? Anything else today, guys and gals?
the only other thing I kind of like is Oracle because it's back into its gap.
Sure, let me see.
I know Andre plays it.
I have a friend.
Yeah, I like.
I have a friend that
It
works.
looks a little toppy up there with the wicks, but it's looking like it's ready for another move after that retest.
Yeah, we can get out of trend here. I think I like it into the gap 124. I have a friend that works here very, very high up. I could ask him if he thinks they're going to have good earnings at the end of the month. Or
Give us the inside info, bro. Just kidding.
oh yeah, that's right. I record these now. Never mind. I would never ask someone at a company that I would never do that. Ooh, I'm gonna have to cut that out. But yeah, it looks nice. If it gets over trend here, I think it'll definitely fill the gap up to 124, 125. So fuck. Tell you what, guys, Chuck knows 2 kids, way harder than 1. Anybody else in here that's a parent of 2 knows that. So I'm just exhausted. I'm literally tired all the time now. What's Bitcoin doing here? Just chop today. Did get a very nice buy wick here though. This was nice, moved up, but just can't get past the 20 on the 3. Just fucking first rejected the 200, then rejected the 20. Just weak. Needs to move. Come on. From a daily perspective though, it still looks really nice. So as we're above 41K, bullish on Bitcoin. Okay. TLT, I'm not gonna get my wish, by the way, Jed. Like for sure. The NFP did the opposite. I mean, obviously once I saw him, I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Did the opposite of what I wanted. It had a nice wick down on Friday, but still a gap down like this. I'm definitely not getting my 101. But I'm telling you, we were closer to hitting 101 than you thought. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we were. We'll be there. We'll be there soon enough. Okay. And by the way, once we're here, all you guys that love IWM and the mid caps, that's when you'll see me playing lemonade and shit like that again. When we're up at like 101 on TLT again, that's what this number's key. We need to get into the guts of TLT again. You'll see me talking about shit like lemonade and hood and all that kind of stuff again. Those aren't gonna move with TLT where they are right now. So, what'd you say, Jed? Sorry.
I just said fake meat.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like Beyond. Yeah, exactly. We need TLT to get moving. Man, we played this to a T though, man. This was crazy. And I'm glad we didn't overstay our welcome because look at how, man, this harmonic played out perfectly. I missed the top by like 50 cents. And then look at the fucking sell here. Holy
50% a month.
Holy shit. I didn't even notice that, but man, this played out to a T. Wow. And then just an absolute dump. Love to come back to a chart and see we just fucking slayed it. We made a ton of money off this piece of shit company a month ago, Jet? Was that when we played this?
It was right before Christmas, yeah.
What a perfect oh my God. Wow. I didn't know
This one reminds me of a Tattooed Chef, if you know that one. That one.
yeah. Oh, I know Ted. They're out of business now. I actually liked their food.
And very good food company. So to me, I don't even know if this has another relief bounce left.
Yeah, who knows? Beyond sucks. I mean, fuck their food. I actually liked some of Tattooed Chefs. They had this pizza bowl. Thoughts on Neo? Who wants to tell this fucking guy my thoughts or gal my thoughts? I don't know who MT is. And
Or
yeah, fucking get that out of your brain right now. That's my thoughts on Neo are I like to brag on Twitter that 2 years ago I told people when it was at 60 that it would see $4 again, and I'm gonna be right. Very fucking soon, actually. It's at $5.50. When Neo was at $55, I told people it would see $4. And if you want to know why, if you zoom way out and you have your volume profile here, you should never have something this outlandish on a stock that's all the way up here. Nobody bought this up. I don't even know how it got up here. I don't even understand. I don't understand how it got up. The majority of people that own this stock own it at $4. It's absolutely insane. So they'll be in the red soon. But my thoughts on this is an absolute piece of shit company. So is JD.com, so is Baba, so is any company that's headquartered in China. So that's probably one topic that Donald Trump and I actually agree on. China. CHYNA is how I would spell it. I wouldn't be caught dead buying anything from one of these companies. Piece of shit. They don't have to report the way we do. They make shit up. Neo's absolute garbage. Wouldn't touch it here. Wouldn't touch it if somebody gave me $1 million to touch it. I wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't touch it. So I recommend you don't touch it either. If you want to, wait for it to bounce and short it. That's all I have to say. It'll be a penny. It is a penny stock. Once the stock goes below, oh no, okay, it's not. 50 more cents and it will be a penny stock once it's below $5. Sorry, that was a passionate rant, but Jed has probably known me the longest in here and knows I've been short Neo for a long, long time. So that's what I should have done is I should have had some conviction in myself 2 years ago and put my entire net worth in a Neo short. You guys would never hear from me again because I would own the company at this point. So okay, anything else after I just went on a fucking tirade there? Lemonade, same thing. I mean, this has held up way better than Beyond. I still like this fucking pattern too, but I don't know if it's again with TLT where it is, these stocks are not going to get bought. They just aren't. And if we look at IWM, which we didn't, it's the same reason why this fucking channel, it's been in for almost 2 years. IWM has chopped for better or for worse. And until TLT breaks out, you will not see these mid caps move the way some of big tech is, for example. So
yeah, I'm thinking that's what UPST waiting on that too.
What'd you say?
UPST. It looks like it's on the bridge of a breakout, but it's too reliant on the TLT and bonds.
Yeah, nobody's saying this has a similar problem as SoFi. This supply zone here is just a monster. So yeah. I don't even know what Upstart does. Upstart's the company I always joke about that I traded, and I was like, I don't even know what this company does. Don't understand it, not a lick of it. So I do understand what Lemonade does. I actually like their product, but this is the main one. Beyond almost feels like we should like sympathy toss a couple $100 at some 10 calls like a year out. I gave back the whole move. We were the liquidity in this, is what it tells me. Like, was anyone else even trading this? This is insane. We got out, and this stock is like, okay, I guess we're bankrupt now. The 6 people that were interested in buying Our stock sold it. That's fucking crazy. That is an insane move back. That
On no earnings or anything.
like that's exactly that's insane. That is a wow. That's a monster move back. Imagine owning this fucking piece of look at this. Imagine owning this in the 200s. Imagine believing in veganism that hard. What a bunch of sad sacks of unnourished fucks. Fucking deserved what they got. Now it's down in the 6s. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sick. I'm sick that somebody bought this at $200. That sucks. That really sucks. Pour one out for them because their wife left them. Jesus Christ. Now MT's scared to even send in a ticker after I roasted Neo the way I did. I know he or she is. I know it. I fucking scared them for life. I apologize. If it was any other ticker, I wouldn't have reacted like that. Okay, guys, going once. Okay, he said nah, or she. Cool. I don't know who MT is. I don't know if that in the Zoom, it's very confusing. I don't know who some of y'all are. Like DD, who's that? I don't know who that is. I know Leah, I know Andre, I know Jed, of course. I of course know Chuck. I know Ryan. Medium topping. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Glad to have you here with us. I see you chatting plenty in the chat. Nice to have you in class. Okay. Cool, guys. If that's it, I'll let you go. This was a nice, fun class. Appreciate it. Had to really carry the comedic load tonight, but it's fine. Okay, going once, going twice. I'm gonna stop sharing, and we'll talk bright and early. I'm sure we'll all talk still tonight, but we'll talk for sure bright and early in the morning. See everybody.